I think this is how you hold it. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Logracia Ekstein if this is the first time you're coming across my channel, and today is a bit of a celebration. The reason for that is because this is my third attempt at recording this video, and I think I'm finally in the right headspace to actually do it justice. So I just thought that I had some sparkling juice in the fridge and let's celebrate this moment. So cheers. Also, because this is going to be a bit of my story as far as my hair is concerned, I would suggest you get some snacks, you get some coffee, wine, whatever it is that you prefer. Pull up and let's talk. So the reason why I am doing this, and I hope you can hear me, let me just do this. It should go quiet in a bit. Hair story, right? You can say I'm not used to these things. I'm not holding this right. You're supposed to hold it at the stem. Why I am telling y'all this is because I kind of felt like sometimes you need a little bit of context. So I enjoy having context. Like if I understand why someone is doing something, it makes it easier to follow, right? So I started uploading YouTube videos about my hair, different hairstyles that I did. Okay, it's not that many, but I did that like last year, and I really wanted to go into producing more of that kind of content because that is one of the biggest reasons why I ended up on YouTube initially, like a couple of years ago. I think it's best to start at the beginning, right? My earliest memories of my hair was having a very having a very problematic scalp. My scalp was extremely dry. It would have like sores would develop on it very easily. So anytime my mother plaited my hair or tied up my hair, like little pimples and then sores would just like develop, and for the longest time they couldn't figure out like what the reason was or why, or you know, all of that. So the best thing to do was to keep my hair short. Just before primary school, into like my early years of primary school, my hair was like just short, and my parents tried anything and everything, from taking me to doctors, from listening to people suggest home remedies, just anything and everything. And up until this day, I don't think they even know like what fixed it, and I've never had those issues before. And I think with all the remedies, all the medication, along with praying for my healing, it worked, right? Because I don't have any of those issues anymore. Like I honestly don't have any issues. That's what I remember. That's the first things I remember of my hair. And then my hair started growing and growing and growing. And as you can tell, I have a big and beautiful bush of hair. Because my hair is dense, let me use the word dense, it is often described as thick, and I translated that as it being problematic. So whenever I went to a hair salon, or when someone had to do my hair or whatever, I would always hear someone express how much hair I have and how thick my hair is. And this is even before my hair was chemically treated, like with relaxers or straighteners, and that was just to make it more manageable. So I'm not mad that that had to be done, because even I couldn't manage my hair. I learned how to do my own hair a couple of years ago. And also the schlep of walking into a salon and having to ask, can you do my hair? Are you sure you can do my hair? And then after they say yes and yes, and you sit down and it's 2 hours in, and then the complaints start, you have so much hair. Yes. So I just wanted to avoid all of that. Like I didn't feel for all of that drama. And my hair was always described was as thick as a lot, and I know that, but I interpreted it as something is wrong with it, and I never actually thought that it bothered me. Like, never bothered me. I suppose it did in some way or another, but it didn't really bother me. And then as I got older, as I described my experience with salons and I would wear my hair chemically treated. because it would just make it more manageable. It would thin it out, the relaxer would thin it out, the Brazilian would thin it out, a straighter would thin it out, and I never really knew what my hair was like before then. So I have a little bit of like, I have some snapshots in my head of what my hair looked like based on my pictures that I saw when I was when my hair was kept short, and I can't really remember what my hair was like. Natural hair movement was like starting to pick up in South Africa, and my sister stopped chemically treating her hair, and her hair looked beautiful. Like, her hair looked absolutely amazing, and she is like really good at doing her hair, and she was doing all these hairstyles, and it looked so cute. It looked so beautiful, and I couldn't understand, like, why am I not doing this, you know? So I came onto YouTube, I researched, I wanted to know everything that I needed to know before I stopped using relaxer, and I finally made that decision in February of 2017. Yeah, February 2017. On the 12th of February 2017 was the last time I put any chemical straightener on my hair. My intention was just to see like where it goes, like how my hair would look, like, you know, it wasn't really what it evolved into. Like, I didn't expect it to bring what it brought. And up until January this year, I still had a box of relaxer in the bottom of that cupboard. Even though it was expired, even though I knew I couldn't use it, it was still there as my safety net to make me feel comfortable. Like, if at any point you didn't feel like this was working anymore, you can just relax your hair and just go back to what you know. And then obviously you go through the phase where you have your natural texture growing out, along with the long straggly ends that was chemically straightened. And I got to the point where I was like, okay, I can't deal with these two textures because it just makes it more difficult. And I, what is referred to as big chop my hair, right? Then my hair was like really short. It didn't curl. I couldn't curl it. It was just an afro, and I didn't know what to do with it. It was so overwhelming because I expected my hair to curl like my mother's. I expected my hair to curl like my sister's. I thought that that is how my hair is gonna look, you know, or I thought that that's how it's gonna look, and it didn't. Yeah, I was with my own texture, with my own non-existent curl pattern, with just hair. And at first I was bummed because my hair wasn't curling, and then I went on a mission to look for products that could make my hair curl. So I was buying leave-in conditioners, I was buying curl puddings, I was buying gels, I was buying everything. But the downside of it all was the stuff that I found here in South Africa was not the same things that I was seeing on YouTube, because at this point in time, a lot of the creators that were creating natural hair content was using products that were only available in the US or in the UK and not available in South Africa yet. So there, immediately, I felt a disconnect. I felt like, okay, I did all of this, I stopped my relaxer, I cut my hair, but now it's not coming out like yours. And then I found natural hair groups in South Africa. I bought a couple of products, I went around looking, and it was still not doing what I thought it was gonna do for my hair. And it was sad, it was a rude awakening, it was a bit disappointing that I did this for me, but now it's not working out. So I then decided, listen, your hair is not going to do what you expected it to do. Your hair is on your head for a reason, and you need to learn to find out what is going to work for your hair. So I put everything aside that everybody was saying about, don't use this product, you need to DIY that product, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. And I was like, I'm just going to listen to my own hair. I am just going to do with my hair what I feel is right. And I started experimenting with different products, and I found products that are not curly girl friendly, or it's not endorsed by the natural hair community, and it's not, but my hair loves it and my hair enjoys it. And that is what I started doing. I started doing what worked for me and for my hair, because at the end of the day, if anyone switches off once you've watched the video and you go and try out what you learned on that video, if it doesn't work, you can't hold that person responsible. If you spent money on products that didn't work for your hair, you can't go and throw up a petition. You just have to suck it up and carry on. And I learned that lesson. It was very expensive, it was very hurtful, it was very disappointing, but it was a lesson that I needed to learn. So I then decided that this hair that I have is mine, and I need to decide what is best for it, because it guides me. It lets me know, like, I love this, I don't like that. And it's just amazing how your hair responds once you understand that. And I just decided that I'm not going to be held bondage or in bondage by this, that, yes, no, based on someone else's experiences. I am going to do what works for me, and that is what works for me. And I never thought that I would say this, but I love my hair. I love my hair in its natural state, which may not be described as natural to anybody else, because I dye my hair, I put heat on my hair, I wear my hair curly, I wear my hair straight, I wear my hair wet, I wear my hair dry. I wear my hair the way that I want to wear my hair, and nothing and no one is going to dictate to me how I need to wear my hair. This hair is on my head, and I just need to take care of it. I just need to make sure that it is as healthy as possible, and I just need to take care of it. So I don't know what label that is to put on myself. I'm not keen on putting any labels on myself. I'm not keen on putting myself into little categories. I don't care. I do know that my hair is low porosity, and that helps me decide on which products to use and not to use, and that's about it. But if it works on my hair, I'm going to use it. Whether you endorse it or you don't endorse it, I'm going to use it on my hair. So I know that hair is a very emotive topic. I know that for a fact. I know that we spend a lot of money on our hair. I know that we take a lot of care of our hair. And I know that sometimes your hair can make or break your day. But what I'm trying to say to all of you is that find freedom in the way that you express yourself through your hair. Whether you keep your hair short, whether you grow your hair long, whether you wear your hair straight, whether you straighten your hair, whether you dye your hair, whether you don't, whether you wear your hair curly or whether you don't manipulate it at all. Whatever you decide to do with your hair, that's totally up to you. So I'm going to share more of my own hairstyles, and this is probably more targeted at people in South Africa, because it would be with products that we can find here. It would be, I love affordable products, my hair loves expensive products, so it would be a blend of those things, but it would be easy, it would be simple, it would just be to just be good for you. So you don't have to do what I do. But I'm going to do my hair on my channel, because this is a part of me. Like, I cannot hide from my hair. My hair is too big and too beautiful for me to hide from it. So thank you so much for listening to me today. I appreciate you all. If you think that there's someone that you know that would find value in this video, please share it with them, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.